let's start the new one. I was wondering when you'd show up, Dami. I hope you hadn't made any plans for the day because we've got a situation on our hands. Remember our good friend, the Phantom Thief? Well, it seems he's decided to branch out from burglary to cold-blooded murder. Holy crap. If the rumors are to be believed, he's claimed 3 victims already, all influential members of Uldan society. Mr. Manyfaces has been kind enough to leave one of his signature calling cards at every scene, leaving no doubt as to the identity of the murderer. The message is always the same. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scales of justice to balance. More riddles. So that means, like, there's 2 more people he's trying to kill. Not that you'll hear me complaining. No, the only thing my readers like more than a good mystery is a good murder mystery. Ever since the story broke, the Mithril Eye's been selling like Pond's cakes. Oh, well, good for you. The only rub is that it's left me no time to look into the thief's last message. Until now, that is. Shall we, Dami? The hidden treasure of Uldan, was it? If there's anyone who can shed some light on this, it's you-know-who, to Sunsilk Tapestries. I'm lost. Ah, yes, our good friend Wymond. Well now, if it ain't my favorite venture, and my favorite Mithril Eye reporter, along with her. Tell me, what have I done to deserve the pleasure of your company today? Oh, you know, just murder. I see. As much as I'd like to help 2 lovely ladies, I'm afraid you'll find old Wymond at a loss. Uldan has more than its fair share of treasures, hidden and otherwise. I reckon our phantom friend could be after just about any of them. I can tell you this much, though. Whatever the thief's got his eyes on, it's got the Sultan sworn in a right dither. Word has it they formed a regiment of their best and brightest to safeguard the royal vaults from this very threat. The Sultan sworn aren't like to be forthcoming with information, but it's the only lead we've got. Come on, Dami. I say it's time we paid visit to the heart of the sworn. Oi, hold up there, Ellie. I ain't generally the worrying type, but you may want to think twice before getting yourselves involved in this. A man in my business develops a nose for danger, and this time the stench is something fierce. You're a reporter, Ellie, and a fine one at that. Don't put that pretty neck of yours at risk trying to play hero. Your concern is touching, but I can assure you that I am ready for whatever dangers lie ahead. Besides, being a reporter is it's about more than selling papers. I have a duty to seek out the truth and convey it to the people. Come, Dami, time is of the essence. I don't know if you want me to see the Sultan Swarm. Sultan Sworn? You know, I'm kind of a criminal here. I knew I should have ran to the teleporter. Halt! Only authorized personnel are allowed in. They'll bugger me with a broadsword. It's the Gentleman of Light's adventure and companion and that catty but cute reporter from the Mithril Eye. Well, well, if it isn't the self-styled Warrior of Light. Tell me, what tall tales did you spin to the Sultan Sworn recruiter to land yourself in this position? Only the 12's honest truth, miss. Seeing that Gentleman of Light standing tall and triumphant that day, it moved me to the depths of me soul. Like, I vowed to put aside my sketchy past and serve the realm just like my hero master Hildibrand. The Sultan Swarm were impressed by my commitment and my sword arm, and they gladly welcomed me into their ranks. But thankfully they didn't tell you about, you know, my criminal status. Wait, don't tell me. You've come to assist Master Hildibrand in his investigation, haven't you? Core, why didn't you say so sooner? It's the least I could do to help the two ladies who united me with my role model. You'll be wanting to speak with Phyllis. She's one of the Sworn's best, and something of a history buff, it seemed. When she heard the thief was targeting the 4 relics of Balladia, she personally stepped forward and volunteered to lead the investigation. If anyone has the information you're looking for, it'd be her. Wait here while I get her. I can trust you not to touch anything, Okay. What's up? A pleasure to meet you, Phyllis. My name is Ellie from the Mithril Eye. As you may have heard, we're researching a phantom thief case, and would appreciate any information that may shed light on recent events. The pleasure is mine, Miss Ellie, and if I'm not mistaken, that would make your companion friend here one Dami stick, yes? Yeah. You know Dami? Yeah. Dami's in all the wanted papers. Any regular reader of the Mithril Eye would. I must confess to being something of an unabashed fan of your work. Though it hardly befits my station to say this, I was secretly hoping that you would show up to assist in the investigation. Doubtless the inspector, too, will also welcome a helping hand. Hey, how's it going? The Sultan Sworn, the elite of Ul'dah's elite. I can only hope they prove more competent than the bungling mercenaries I've dealt with thus far. Inspector Briardian, always one step ahead of us. We got here first. Miss Ellie, Dami, a moment if you would. Right there. Very good. Now face me, and don't move an ilm. Inspector, what is in your... What did you do to us? Demasking dust. A formula of my own devising that will allow us to see right through the thieves' disguises. Analyzing the mask left behind at Vesper Bay, I was able to identify its composition and synthesize a counter-agent that would dissolve the disguise whilst leaving the wearer's face intact. In any event, it would appear the two of you are indeed who you appear to be. Brilliant, Inspector. The Phantom Thieves pulled the wool over our eyes for the last time. I fear it won't be so simple. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are exceedingly rare. Even with the entire resources of the Sultan Sworn at our disposal, we were only able to produce a limited supply. I see. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. That said, have you been able to identify the thieves' next target? A hidden treasure of Ul'dah, the last of the 4 lost relics of Balladia. I fear not. I've pored through the histories time and again, but the only mention of these 4 relics is a vague reference in an old prophecy. Most serious scholars consider it little more than a fairy tale. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. The legend goes on to describe 4 sacred artifacts, one each possessed by these 4 Balladian heroes, but it makes no mention as to their appearance or nature. 3 times we have tried to identify the thief's target, and 3 times has he foiled us by taking off as something else entirely. Needless speculation will only play to the fiend's strengths. All artifacts of Balladian origin have been sealed within the royal vault, and a regiment of our finest assigned to its protection. I have furnished all of the guards with a supply of demasking dust, and instructed them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personages. The Blackguard will be in chains before he can lay a dirty hand on the vault doors, let alone the treasures within. You have our word, my lady. Might be that guy. But there are even more disturbing matters at hand. Doubtless you have heard of the recent rash of murders perpetrated by our quarry. Yeah, that's kind of, the Sultan Swarm has launched an investigation, but the truth of the matter is that we have been far too occupied with the defense of the vaults to make any meaningful process. We'd be most grateful for any assistance you could offer. A lady asks, and a gentleman answers. There he is. Always a step ahead of us. Cast all worry from your heart, my lady. Hildibrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has arrived to set right what is wrong and bring the wicked to justice. And this must be the damasking dusk that is the talk of the palace. Ah, but you need not waste your supply on me, Inspector. I assure you that I am exactly who I claim to be. A shame, that. Inspector Hildibrand, we were not expecting you, but your services are most welcome. I will share all I know about the recent murders. The killer has claimed 3 victims thus far. The head of a publishing consortium, a high-ranking government official, and an influential scholar. Other than that, they were all influential figures in their respective circles. We can identify no common threads connecting the 3. Ho-ho! This will prove most satisfying case to crack indeed. And what of the method of killing? Conked over the head with a cudgel? Gutted with the great sword? Strangled with a subligar, mayhap? I am afraid that we've identified no pattern. In any event, the murderer plots the deaths of 2 more even as we speak. We must take action, and quickly. Understood, my lady. Clues may be scarce, but worry not. My realm-renowned powers of deduction are more than up to the task. I will see this burglar-turned-butcher delivered to justice! Your presence is heartening indeed, Inspector Hildibrand. Friends, please take this damasking dust with you. I fear we can spare but a single hatchet, but I trust you will put it to good use. Yes. Give me the goodies. Come to accompany me on yet another case, friend? I like your gusto, but if you're auditioning to be my assistant, I fear that role has already been filled most ably. What a shame. Still, a gentleman welcomes the support of all of his admirers. I shall henceforth name you thusly. Dami, my ever-loyal associate. I'm honored. And now, my ever-loyal associate. The investigation calls. I propose that we begin by inspecting the site at which the most recent victim met his demise. My questioning about the palace has revealed that the scholar's body was found not far from the 80 sins of Sasamo. Even the most circumspect of criminals cannot help but leave behind clues. Clues that will not elude my gaze. Friends, let us be off. Pray alert me should you see anyone suspicious, my ever-loyal associate. We must put Miss Phyllis's demasking dust to good use. We only have one of that. What do you have to say, Briardian? Flowers. How intriguing. Yeah, I mean, rest in peace. Flowers. Yes, it's becoming clear now. Our phantom killer is a florist who, in his hurry to escape, carelessly mislaid his wares. Just what do you think you're doing, eh? Eh? I'm the one who put those flowers there, eh? To honor the memory of me poor boy. You dare defile his memory, eh? Eh? 1,000 pardons, my lady. Please accept my most sincere condolences on your loss. I am Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. I swear on you, on my own dear mother's name, that your son's killer will be brought out to justice. Ahem. As I was just saying, these flowers were clearly placed here by the family of the deceased, which can only mean... Leave this place. Run away while you still can. Run far, far away. Run, or he'll turn you into a zombie, just like my poor, poor boy. A living person turned into a zombie? Nonsense. Not nonsense, my boy. History. Or have you not heard of the horrors of Silde? Aye, Ulda's sibling nation, which we waged war centuries ago. Much blood was shed by both sides, aye, but I speak of far greater horrors than death, an unholy drought brewed by the Sildan alchemist, one with the power to turn the living to the undead, that his nation might command an army of mindless, deathless soldiers. The traitors spurned. They turned my poor boy into a leap of rotten flesh and ran him through, but you won't hear that from the Sultan Sworn. Thal alone knows why, but they whisked the body away before I could so much as pay me last respects. The traitor Spurn? I heard the stories, but I never thought them true. To be able to procure such a frightening thing. Just who are we dealing with here? A Sildan, I'm sure of it. Aye, only a Sildan would know the recipe. But the last remnants of Silda died 4 centuries ago, you say? Oh, they did. He calls himself the Phantom Thief, he does. But did it ever occur to you that he might be an honest-to-God's phantom? Eh? Eh? Heard the tales from my own great-great-grandma, I did, about the 4 relics of Belladia, and the powers they hold. The power to exact justice. A specter of Silda has returned to wreak vengeance on us. Woe, woe unto us all. Have the 4 warriors of light forsaken us? My dear boy, if only you'd become a traitor like your father. If only you'd kept your nose out of those history books, and never so much breathed the accursed name of Silde. But you did, and now we're doomed. Doomed! Doomed! Bye-bye. Yeah, I don't know either. That bleeding Horson's here somewhere. I can feel it in me follicles. The most potent hair tonic the realm has seen? Aye, that it was. For all of a fortnight before me flowing locks fell out all over again. And just as I was chatting up a lovely young glass at the quicksand, just a twist, a knife, and extra ilm. Mountebank, charlatan, I'll find that so-called inspector and his sorry band, and pull every last strand of hair from their bleeding skulls. Oh no. We have a villain among our midst. It's all becoming clear to me now. That dear old woman's testimony has confirmed that which I had suspected from the start. Like a zombie picking away at its rotting flesh, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has peeled away the foul scab of uncertainty to reveal the truth within. Open your ears and feast your minds on the fruits of my flawless deduction. Our phantom thief is a phantom indeed, a wayward spirit caught between the realm of the living and dead for nigh on centuries since meeting a tragic end on the battlefield. As such, our course of action is clear. We must placate this tortured soul, that it might abandon its vengeful vendetta and travel to the next life in peace. But what is the true nature of the Spectre's grievances? Without this knowledge, we cannot hope to assuage its rancor. Let us begin our search at the Thaumaturge's Guild. Doubtless, the tomes there contain a wealth of knowledge on the ill of blood between the sibling nations. Notwithstanding the abject stupidity of everything else that came out of your mouth, some knowledge of the Silda might serve us well. Go research as you will, and do take as much time as you need. You can count on me, Inspector Briardian. Whatever knowledge is to be gleaned at the guild, it shall not escape my inspector's eye. What's up, Briardian? I'd be much obliged if you could keep him out of my way, Dami. I have some real investigating to do, and would prefer to be free of distractions. Okay. Oh. Gods be good. You're the adventurer who saved me back at the ruins. Researching the ancient feud between Ul'dah and Silda, are you? Why, I'm pleased to say I have more than a passing familiarity from ancient history. Wait, did I need that one quest to do this? To understand the history of the sibling nations, one must go back further still to the birth of their mother nation, Belladia. The Fifth Astral Era was an age of untold wonders, when the arcane arts burgeoned, and the great civilizations that commanded such powers flourished. This age of enlightenment would not last, however. Power bred avarice, and avarice bred resentment. Fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering. It culminated in the War of the Magi, which brought the great floods of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, which in turn swallowed once proud nations and left a battered wasteland in its wake. Mages were reviled and persecuted for having caused this catastrophe, with many forced to leave their homelands or face death. It was a small band of those survivors that found their way to Thanalin, where they would found the nation of Belladia some 8 centuries agone. Imagine. A government of mages, by mages, and for mages. What wonders might have been wrought had Belladian civilization survived to this very day. Alas, this is not to be. You don't say. It's not every day someone comes to our halls to research Silde. As a fellow student of history, though, I am more than welcome to conversation. Belladian civilization flourished in relative peace until the twin sons were born to the royal family. The two were fierce rivals, and when they came of age and their father passed, each one claimed that he was the rightful heir to the throne. With neither son willing to relinquish his claim, they agreed to split their kingdom in two, forming the twin nations of Ul'dah and Silde. But, not unlike the two proud princes, the sibling nations developed a penchant for rivalry. Greetings, traveler. You would learn of the war between Ul'dah and the fallen Sultan of Sildi. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. The two city-states coexisted for several generations until the bad blood between them boiled over, culminating in outright war. As you might deduce from the present state of affairs, Ul'dah emerged victorious, leaving its once proud sibling nation in smoldering ruins. As the histories tell it, the battles fought between the sister nations were the stuff of nightmares. In a desperate attempt to overcome Ul'dah's superior numbers, Sildan alchemists devised the most horrific stratagem. Employing a frightful formula known as the Traitor's Spurn, they brought their fallen warriors back as undead soldiers. Some theories have it that they even employed the potion on They even employed the potion on those of the living who were too weak or wounded to fight. Sends shivers up the spine just thinking about it, no? It is truly a crowning glory of our fair nation that our forebears were able to emerge victorious against these horrors. Kokobuki. Dami, don't surprise me like that. What's this? You're here not for your studies, but to learn of the bad blood between Ul'dah and Sildi? Two scales, one of gold and one of silver. The gold of Ul'dah, weighing prosperity and power. The silver of Sildi, weighing knowledge and power. But the power sought by the two nations differed greatly. Yes, greatly indeed. The power wrought by Ul'dah prosperity that was of justice and good, while the power wrought by Sildi knowledge was horrific beyond belief. The power to rip the living soul out of a man and render him a mindless killing machine. On this matter, the histories are clear. But riddle me this, my friends. Who writes the histories, and what does it say of the words writ within? Yes, truth can be elusive and fickle as the shifting sands. As one example, did you know that in the war against Sildi, Ul'dah and Amalja warriors fought side by side? Likely you did not, and neither did I, until I encountered a faded passage in an ancient text buried deep in our archives. And yet, in the histories read by the populace, you will see no mention of this most fascinating fact. Might it be that someone, at some time, deemed this particular truth less than convenient? But I've said enough already. Hildibrand, I figured it out. My ever-loyal associate, tell me, what have you learned from your questioning of the scholars in these halls? Oh, well, you know. Indeed. As it happens, I have learned much the same. Let us take a moment to review, and allow my peerless powers of deduction to work their magic. Okay, cool. What can you do with this information? A war of succession divides the great civilization of Belladia, giving rise to the sibling nations of Ul'dah and Sildi. The two nations coexist for some generations, until ill blood boils over, culminating in outright war. Daunted by Ul'dah's superior military might, Sildi employs their advanced alchemical knowledge to horrific ends, transforming their own citizens, alive and dead, into a fearsome undead legion. Yes, I believe I have it. The facts at hand have led me to one unassailable conclusion. Our phantom thief is a descendant of a doomed Sildi, who seeks vengeance against those who reduced his countrymen to slavering zombies. To pacify his soul and send him peacefully to the next world, there is but one course of action. We must find the Sildin statesman who conceived this dreadful stratagem, and have him apologize to the thief in person for the suffering he has wrought. How do we do that? A brilliant plan. Perhaps you'd like to go and find yourself a shovel and dig this statesman out of his grave for yourself. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, isn't he dead? Leaving aside this nonsense of spirits and specters, it appears increasingly likely our quarry shares some link to Sildi. His garish garb is no doubt meant to evoke the silver scales of the fallen sultanate. Kinda like our sultanate. The fallen part. This Sildin connection would also serve to explain the rare knowledge of Beladian relics our thief clearly possesses. But what of the murder victims? What common thread among them could have incurred the ire of our adversary? A few people in town spoke of a man cited calling upon the victims in the past days. Those who saw him said he had a most frightened air about him. Wait. Yes, it's coming to me. Of course. My keen inspector's senses ring out with a voice loud and clear. This man Miss Ellie speaks of just might know something. You really should stop thinking so hard. You're like to strain a brain muscle. Miss Ellie, who is this man and where might we find him? My sources identified the man as Guguria, Gogurt, a traveling merchant known to frequent Horizon. Shall we pay him a visit? Let's do this. We must speak with Gogurt. My keen instincts tell me that Master Gogurt's testimony will be a key to a monumental breakthrough in our investigation. Yes, I shall employ the ancient Manderville art of parley to skillfully extract the information we require. Hello, Gogurt. Yes? If you've got business, make it quick. My time's too valuable to waste chatting with every stranger who passes by. Forgive us, good sir. My name is Ellie, a reporter with the Mithril Eye. Never blinking, all-seeing, you know the rest. I was wondering if we could trouble you with just a few questions. Was it for love or money that you killed them? Yes, you, the thief of many faces. Me, a thief? What is this nonsense? I don't know who you are, but I ain't got the time or the patience for this mummery. Now if you'll excuse me, an important client awaits. I thought I recognized that voice. Lady Darilda, well met indeed. Pray tell what brings you to these environs this fair evening. Why, I live here, you ham-headed half-wit. Inspector Briardian, this is an unexpected pleasure. Do you have some business with my associates here? Pray tell. Gogurt, we can discuss business after. Pray lend the inspector here, the handsome one, whatever assistance he requires. But, Lady Darilda, what about... yes. My dear Maria's namesday present. I had in mind one of the prize pieces from Eshjame's latest seasonal collection. You would be able to procure one for me, yes? Or shall I eliminate the middleman and make the trip to Ul'dah myself? See ya. I'll say it just once more, Guguria. I expect you to give the inspector and his companions your full assistance. They, yes, even the stupid one, helped me regain something truly priceless. Yes, something more valuable than any mere trinket. He was talking about you, Briardian. Alright, alright. I'll tell you what I know. But you didn't hear it from me. Got it? I was looking into the killing on behalf of a client o' mine. The thief's got himself some of that zombie dust. Zombie dust. The traitor's spurn, was it? And his cards speak of 5 victims. It got me to thinking. Sildy, 5 victims. Aye, the Arbiters of Truth. The Arbiters of Truth? I'm not familiar with the name. Aye, few would be, on account of them being something of a secret society and all. Influential personages of the Sultanate, you see, working from the shadows to keep false knowledge about the old Sildi conflict from reaching the ears of folk like you and me. False knowledge? Pray tell. Just what sort of knowledge might that be? Thous balls, don't make me say no more. I've got a family to feed. Very well. Just tell us one last thing. Who hired you, and where can we find him? Hob! His name's Hob! When he heard what I said, he told me that he was going to set sail for Limsa with his 5 best sellswords to guard his back. Said there were many prying eyes at the airship docks. Said he had a private ship docked and waiting for him at Vesper Bay. But remember, you didn't hear none of this from me. This man Hob must be one of the killer's targets. Doubtless he also knows the identity of the remaining one. I doubt that. They say the Arbiters are so secretive, they don't even know each other's true identities. Now, don't ask me how that all works, but Hobbs got high-ranking friends in the Brass Blades. Once he heard the victims had all been zombified, he panicked. Guess he knew that he'd be next. Thank you very much, my kind sir. Once again, the ancient Manderville art of parley has procured for us a key morsel of knowledge. Let us seek out this Hob fellow and see what he can spare for with us. And let us hurry. The man's life is in danger, even as we speak. Goodbye, Gogurt. Oh. Gotta take a hunting log break. Uh-oh. That's a body. Ah, poopy. Master Hob, is everything quite all right? No, stand back, Ellie. I hunger for your brains. Oh, no. Damn, there's no saving the man. Dami, do what you must. Oh, dang. I just did it. Didn't even have to fight him. Yes. My first-hand knowledge of zombies tells me that this particular shade of green is unmistakably that of the undead. 'Twould seem that we were a few moments late to the scene. A message. And then there was one. Oh, it's you. The shady bald man. There it is again. Is something the matter, Inspector? Indeed, Nashu, there is. Ever since I picked up the trail of the Phantom Thief, I've had this fleeting sense. A sense that someone, or something, is watching us. The thief might be close at hand. We should be careful. For the moment, let us return and report our findings to Miss Phyllis. Secret society or no, knowing the identities of its members may lead us to the final victim. I, too, had best return to the Mithril Eye. Let's meet up again after. I'll see what new clues I can uncover in the meantime. You will do nothing of the sort, Miss Ellie. These streets are far too dangerous for you to walk alone. Inspector, I'll go with her. If you insist, Nashu, then I give my leave, but pray be wary. Not just of the thief, but of Miss Ellie. She has quite the temper, as we both know. Miss Ellie, there is something I must tell you when this case is over. Be safe, and promise me that you will not attempt anything rash, as you did that time when the fiend took aim at my own life. Your life, Costa del Sol. Yes, that was quite an ordeal, wasn't it? I'll be careful, I promise. I eagerly await the day when I may hear what it is you would share with me. A secret vow? Oh-ho! Consider my interest piqued as well, good Inspector. Now let us be off. Miss Phyllis awaits our report. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have taken that hunting log break. Probably could have saved the guy's life in a few precious extra seconds. That's my B. I'll take the blame on that one. That's my oopsie. A fourth victim? Thou have mercy. Were you able to glean aught of a connection to the other victims? The Arbiters of Truth? No, it cannot be. Somebody help. Oh crap, what happened this time? Wait, Ellie? Miss Ellie? The voice came from the direction of the vault. We must hurry. Oh crap. Oh. Miss Ellie, are you hurt? That man, I only thought to ask him a few questions. Before I knew what was happening, he was upon me. I could only... bash his brains with a conveniently placed bottle of mead, it would seem. Haha, reminds me not to get on your bad side, Miss Ellie. That said, is Nashu not with you? She saw a figure lurking in the shadows, and went off in pursuit before I could stop her. This man wears the armor of a Sultan-sworn squire, yet his face is unfamiliar to me. Something is amiss. It's the guy! The thief of many faces. To think we would find our man like this. Wait a minute. So, He's not the Shadow Man? The Shadow Bald Man? I mean, I guess not. We already know what this guy looks like, but... Thrice and again did the fiend elude our grasp, but no more, by virtue of a gentleman's ingenious deductions and a lady's pugilistic pursuance. I declare this case closed. I return this sachet to you, Miss Phyllis. Whilst the gesture was appreciated, in the end it proved superfluous to my cracking of the case. While you're at it, is there anything else of immense value that you would like to wantonly destroy? I would... So it was that guy? Was I right? What is the meaning of this? Ingenious. A double disguise, planted by the thief to throw us off his trail, no doubt. This guy will also be Gogurt, one of my most capable men. I assigned him to guard the vault, and outfitted him with an ample supply of demasking dust. It is inconceivable that the thief could so easily elude his grasp. Unless the thief was not wearing a mask. Hildibrand, is he getting a big brain moment? Oh no, oh. Speaking of which, has anyone seen Miss Ellie? No, no. No, that's impossible. Yeah, you're telling me. Of course. It all makes perfect sense. With the Phantom Thief to thank her for her burgeoning readership and rise through the ranks at the Mithril Eye, Miss Ellie could not bear to face the possibility of her story of a lifetime coming to an end. Thus, she hatched a plan to... My lady, the vault has been breached. The wise man's whisper, it's gone. Oh my goodness. For her foul crimes against the Sultanate, I hereby declare Ellie of the Mithril Eye, the thief of many faces, an enemy of the state. Deploy all troops and do not rest until she is in custody. It's the Shadow Man. And now the game is truly afoot. It's Gilgamesh. Greg. Bah, what is the meaning of all this racket and rumpus? And just as we were about to make our triumphant return, isn't that so, Enkidu? Wait a minute. Miss Ellie. Miss Ellie. That shadow you said you saw, I think it was just the dormouse. Oh no. To think he'd literally stumble face first into the second mask. His good fortune truly knows no end. But not to worry. Yes. I dare say the Phantom Thief has another trick or two up his sleeve. So are you just gonna leave Nashu there? That seems like it's like leaving evidence. So was Ellie the person all along? Here we go. It's happening. And... Yep. Let's see what the gang has to say. How could we have been so blind? Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, that's right. Ellie's the villain. When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable. Okay, Godot. Not even the shockingest turn of events will deter this famed agent of inquiry. Time for Hildibrand to do the rescue. My ever loyal associate. We must find Miss Ellie, and quickly. Surely if confronted by her constant companions, she can still be convinced to abandon this fool plan. Oh-ho, Miss Phyllis. I thought you had already departed in the company of your men. But all for the better. Shall we conduct the search together? I fear that would only put them at greater risk. You see, the fifth and final member of the Arbiters of Truth, the Phantom Thief's final target, is none other than... Hildibrand Mander? Me. Mind you, it is not a role I sought of my own accord. My name and my passion for history are somewhat well known in the Sultanate. One day I received an anonymous letter stating that a position in the committee had opened and I had been chosen to fill it. Or you could say you had been chosen to Phyllis. The letter went on to enumerate my duties, to prevent the spread of historical lies that would sully the name of our illustrious nation. As a high-ranking officer in the Sultansworn, I was deemed to be in a particularly unique position to serve as an arbiter. I knew that there were other members of the organization, but was told nothing of their names or identities. To think that my unknown compatriots were the victims all along. I cannot put any more lives in danger. I will sequester myself in a place where my presence can cause no harm, until such time as the killer is apprehended. Your concern for our well-being is most touching, Miss Phyllis, but there is no need for such caution. As a seasoned inspector, I am more than capable of protecting a lady in distress, and as a gentleman, that is exactly what I shall do. My associates here also stand at your side. Speaking of which, has anyone seen my loyal assistant? Inspector, over here. Oh, yeah. Nashu's a fake. Well, we're screwed. I know the dramatic irony. But I'm silent. Ah, there you are, Nashu. You really shouldn't run off on your own like that. I was worried sick about you. I'm sorry, Inspector. Miss Ellie said she saw somebody in the shadows, so I went to take a look. Now, there wasn't anything here but a dormouse, but it was a really cute dormouse, you see. It just kept squeaking and scurrying away, and I just... Pardon me for a moment, Nashu. Yes, my inspector's scent speaks to me. Someone is watching us. Dami, let us split up and canvass our surroundings. Okay, this Nashu says that Ellie said that the... So maybe this is the real one? Where's Miss Ellie? Do you think she went looking for the Dormouse too? I don't know. I keep my eye on you. Hello, Briardian. Apologies, Dami, but I require a moment alone with my thoughts. Yeah, you'll have, like, baggage now. I cannot allow my presence to put my men in danger. Okay. Uh-oh. Water-stained letter. Yoink. A water-stained letter lies conspicuously on the floor. Be wary and be warned. Well. Okay. It was a waste of paper if you're just gonna put, like, more letters everywhere. Trust no one, and your friends all the less. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Nashu's a villain, and Ellie was a villain, and they also might be the same right now. Ooh, look, more wasted paper. These papers are giant. A water-stained letter lies conspicuously on the floor. This will avail you well. Use it wisely. You obtain a sachet of demasking dust, and the next instant you feel an intimidating presence behind me. That guy? Oh my goodness. Oh my god, Bert. Ho ho ho! If it isn't my beloved son's staunch companion, the mighty Dami. Are you a villain too? I was in the area on a matter of business, which I curtailed when I felt a suspicious presence from the shadows. Pursuing it led me here. Mayhap it is the same for you. Yeah, there's like someone littering. Ho ho! So your pursuit of the thief of many faces has taken quite the unexpected turn, and now you have come upon a series of anonymous letters. Mayhap our watcher in the shadows is a friend. Or is this another trap laid by the fiend? Yes, the plot thickens like a dollop of salamander oil. In either event, I dare say the circumstances call for utmost caution. The thief could be anywhere, or anyone, myself included, of course. No mere mask could replicate the physique of this Manderville man. Oh, myself excluded, of course. That said, I fear my dear Hildy may be a bit over his head this time. Allow me to assist in your investigation. Were anything to happen to Hildibrand, his dear mother would, not be pleased. Right. If the sender speaks true, the villain even now lurks within our midst, and yet we have but a single sachet of demasking dust at our disposal. We must identify the imposter beyond reasonable doubt before we proceed. You know the players better than I, Dami. What say you have a few words with each of them and see if aught seems amiss? Oh, okay, so I have to choose. I already know about Nashu, but it could be a red herring. Am I doomed to share the same fate as the others? I'd sooner die than become one of those things. Miss Ellie is the phantom thief. It is the only logical conclusion. And yet, I cannot help but feel that another truth still evades us. Inspector Briardian told me all about it. Who would have thunk Miss Ellie was the phantom thief all this time? She sure fooled me. They all seem legit. Nothing particularly odd about any of them, you say. It stands to reason. The fiend would not take such a risk if he were not utterly confident that he could pull off the ruse. Oh, no, it is Nashu. Curses. This one's not half the fool his son is. I must elude him, and quickly. Time is of the essence. It's Hildibrand. I questioned the Sultan sworn outside. To a man, they insist they have seen naught of Miss Ellie. Wherever could she have gone? Father, what brings you here? Yes, finally the pieces are coming together. Now if you would kindly stand still and shut up, the fiend already stands among us. Inspector Briardian, I should hope you are not doubting me. While I am quite convinced even a master impersonator would struggle to recreate your particular brand of idiocy, the fact remains that anyone here who spent even a moment alone must be considered a suspect. The thief has proven to be highly efficient at assuming new identities. An astute observation, my gangly friends. I'd say this occasion calls for a dose or two of that powder Dami here found earlier. There wouldn't happen to be another sachet or two lying about, would there? What remains of our supply has already been distributed to the search party, but worry not, they should be reporting back within a bell's time. Ha, time might be against me, but just you watch. I'll wiggle my way out of this and turn you into the reeking, drooling corpse you deserve to be. Jeez. I fear that is more time than we can afford, Miss Phyllis. Fortunately, my powers of deduction will lay the fiend's face bare within minutes. We know that, given the choice, the thief prefers to impersonate familiar personages. As Miss Ellie has only had passing interactions with my dear father, we can safely eliminate him from consideration. Hildibrand, is he going big mode? That leaves myself, Nashu, and Dami here. Nashu and I, in particular, have had a close and extended relationship with our suspect. I shall begin by questioning mine own assistant. I assure you that none know her better than I. Brilliant reasoning as ever, Inspector. Go on, ask me anything. Of all the times for this overstuffed buffoon to start making sense, if he asks me anything too obscure, my cover is as good as blown. My relationship with Nashu is so close, I dare say at times it is as if we share a mind. If this Nashu is truly my ever-loyal assistant, she should have no trouble completing my thoughts. Ahem. I'm a Manderville man. Doing what only a Manderville can. From the peaks of Kurthus to Thanalan, Manderville. Man, you're the best, Inspector. A perfect score. You may rest easy, dear friends. This is unmistakably, unequivocally, indubitably the true Nashu. I've never loved you more than now, you marvelous muttonhead, you. Nashu, is something the matter? Just because you've picked up a few more wrinkles beneath the eyes, there's no need to avert that charming face of yours. Wrinkles? Wrinkles? Look who's talking, you crusty, cretinous old... Uh-oh. You might have blown your own cover. Genius Inspector? Well, well, well. The charade is up, Miss Ellie. 'Tis Well, well, well. If it isn't... Miss Ellie, you look somehow different. Uh, what do you have to say about this? So the letter spoke true. The fiend was in our midst all along. My prodigious powers of deduction scream out to me. This woman knows something. You did it, Hildibrand. You saved the day. What do you have to say? Another two-layered mask, mayhap. But no, this woman bears a striking resemblance to Miss Ellie. What do you have to say? Your life is in danger. That's the person who wants to kill you, you know. Maybe, like, pull out the shield. I was all but certain that Ellie was our thief. What is the meaning of this? It was actually Miss Ellie's twin, Miss Belly. Ooh, Glamour Dispeller. Seven hells, done by a muscle-bound muttonhead and his motley troop of mummers. I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids. And your cat. Just who are you? Your resemblance to Miss Ellie is most uncanny, and yet... Consulting Inspector Briardian. Once again, you fail to measure up to your lofty reputation. That's rude. Of course we resemble each other. Ellie is, after all, my own flesh and blood, my beloved sister, and my eminently capable partner in crime. Oh. 1,000 faces I may wear, but only one name do I bear. You can call me Cece. Ceci? Charmed, I'm sure. Are you quite alright? Why, you look as if you've seen a ghost. Despite my moniker, I assure you that Ellie and I are no specters. What we are, mind you, are the last living scions of Sylvan aristocracy. Bemused, are you? Befuddled to find two sisters behind the mask? Try using your brains once in a while. Every time you encountered the thief, Ellie was standing right in your midst. Yeah, that was something I was thinking about while I edited the last video. No, the thief that 4 times stole the show, oh, and those priceless relics, was me. Meanwhile, Ellie hid in plain sight, supplying me with just the knowledge I needed to stay one step ahead of my pursuers. All while spinning the hair-raising tales of my exploits that won the hearts of this nation. We owe a lot to you, truly. Why, without the tales of your hapless attempts to catch me, we never could have risen to the heights of celebrity. Miss Cece, from a gentleman to a lady, I would ask you one thing and one thing only. Just what is it that you and Miss Ellie hope to accomplish with all your schemes? Justice! 400 years ago, old done dogs... Oh, hey, and we would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids and your old on dogs. Reduced our great nation to a nation of zombies. At long last, the cowards that would still justify these foul deeds will suffer the same fate. Wait. The histories say that it was Sildee that turned their own men into zombies. The histories lie, and you work from the shadows, silencing those that would speak the truth. You should have died with your fellows, false arbiter. It was old Da that ordered the creation of that dreadful powder, and wielded it as a weapon against our proud ancestors. The history of your glorious sultanate was built on a lie. What is this madness you speak, woman? Not madness, truth. The powder in my possession was stolen from the Uldan army 4 centuries ago by one of my ancestors. They say that it was his final acting of courage in the moments before his leg fell off and his rotting head dropped from his shoulders. Morbid. This is the truth that the histories don't tell. The truth that this doe-eyed Sultan Sorin would kill to keep buried beneath the sands of Thanalan. But your time of reckoning is nigh. Oh yes. Before long, you and everyone in this rotten nation will know firsthand the horrors of my ancestors knew. Ah ha 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 ha. And just what do you mean by that? Oh, how the idiots lap up the stories. A masked crusader for justice, a dashing rebel waging battle against power and authority. Oh, if only they knew. But they will see soon enough, while they're eating each other's brains out on the streets. In the last days before our proud nation was razed to the ground, a band of the final survivors stole a vast quantity of the powder from the Uldan vaults, hiding it away in a secret vault sealed with powerful magics. The sole means by which the vault may be opened? By assembling 4 secret relics from Belladia. 4 relics once housed in the royal palace of Sildi, before the Uldan dogs stole them and claimed them for their own. And so it dawns upon you at last. Yes, even as we speak, Ellie makes for the vault, the 4 relics safely in hand. Just think, one day you'll be able to tell your grandchildren that you were there when zombie powder rained down on Ulda. No, wait, you'll all be dead! Ha 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 ha! Preposterous. I mean, it'll probably happen to you too. Like, we'll probably just like hold you down or something while it happens. But first, you, my dear, you will not even have the pleasure of looking upon the last moments of your precious homeland. Let your flesh rot like all of your rotten lies. Shield? I think not, Miss CC. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, no. He's become a zombie. Hildibrand! You idiot. Just for once, could you not get in the way? The Shadow Man. Godbert Manderville. I can't even trust your sorry arse to look after him for a day. What the... Who are you? I knew it. That presence watching over us from the shadows. It was you, my dear wife. You were the Shadow Man? And you can teleport? You're faster than Godbert? Ahem. Am I to understand that you're Hildibrand's mother? Aye, this is more like it. Hand to hand, skillet to skillet. It's enough to send a warrior's pulse racing. Prepare yourself, Dami. The time of our final confrontation is nigh. Okay, Greg. Can you at least wait for us to, clean up the 3 bodies? Oh, crap. Oh. Never mind. I was about ready for go time. Do you have popatos for brains, you overstuffed buffoon? My beloved boy's been turned into a stinking corpse if you hadn't bloody noticed. Dang, I need to level culinarian. You. Dami or something, was it? No, don't hit me next. Hildy's told me all about your hijinks together. Pleased to meet you. My dear boy's always had a bit of a rebellious streak. What can I say? I can come on a bit too strong at times. But can you blame me? This time I thought I'd sit back and leave things to my sorry-arse husband here, and look what that got me. You'll help me out, won't you? Can I? Look at my character. My character's scared. That's the first time my character's ever been scared. So, I mean, Hildibrand's, like, already been a zombie once, so maybe it doesn't affect him that much. Look, he's fine. Just, like, do the Heimlich. Reunited with my dear boy for the first time in ages. And just look at him. He's green. Fortunately, there's still time to reverse the zombie curse. And I know just the remedy. A phial of holy water. The ingredients are simple. A tatter of oversoul rags and a phial of twice distilled water. Sint goat at the market stocks the former. The latter you can procure by a trader of the name of Jest. Now hurry. Once the poison spreads throughout his veins, no antidote will save him. In the meantime, I will search for the bumbler's bumbling assistant. With any luck, Miss Nashu is still alive. Ouch, that smarts. That smarts. Gads, Hildy. You're looking none too hardy yourself. No thanks to you, you bumbling oaf. Now are you going to accompany Dami here and make yourself useful, or do I have to reintroduce you to that wall? Ah, but of course, my lady. Gilgamesh is ever at your service. Singoat sundries, was it? Come now, Dami, there is work to be done. We can all come together to help Hildibrand out. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, time is of the essence. Gotta do something quickly and not do a dungeon before, Hildibrand dies. Oh, hey, look. What's up, Greg? Oversoul rags, you say? I fear I've only a single tatter left in stock, and it's already been spoken for. But, my good man, you must reconsider. My dear friend's life, quite possibly mine own as well, hangs in the balance. I sympathize with your plight, friend, but a man has to make a living. I've been promised a copious supply of rare chimera membrane for these rags. Unless you can offer me the same, no deal. Gah. And you expect us to be able to summon such a rarity out of nowhere at a moment's notice? Well, look what we have here. If it isn't the Warrior of Light from the Colosseum. Funny who you meet at the markets. Hey, can we have the rags? As it happens, I just returned from my training, and the slaying of 10 chimeras just happened to be my task for the day. If it's chimera membrane you seek, you're more than welcome to a share. Oh, please. We gotta save Hildibrand. My lady, you are far too kind. Don't mention it. If it hadn't been for Inspector Hildibrand and Dami here, I'd still be tag teaming with that slimy beast and cheating my way to fame and fortune. And I'm a woman who pays her debts. Cool, we will be able to resurrect Hildibrand. Thou'll take me if that wasn't Avila the Tempest. Ever since she confessed to her trickery and started climbing back up from the bottom of the ranks, I've been proud to call myself one of her biggest fans. Why, I've half a mind to give you the rags you seek simply for the privilege of meeting her. Oh, please do then. Let me keep the chimera thing. A kind sentiment, my good man, but we are more than happy to uphold our side of the bargain, aren't we, Dami? You shut up. And with this, our task here is done. Now let us find this traitor named Jest. There he is. The blundering Manderville boy is on his last legs and you need something of mine to save him, you say? Humph. Perhaps you can give me a good reason why I should care. Those bloody Mandervilles are richer than the traders themselves, yet they have the audacity to haggle me down to the last gill of every purchase. If the family line ended today, I'd be a happier and wealthy man. And now, I believe the ballroom calls. Good day to you, and do pass along my condolences to the grieving parents. Have you not a shred of honor or compassion in that spindly body? Business rival or no, the man is on death's doorstep. What about it? After the events of that day, my father will not so easily forgive and forget, but it matters not to me. No, my love for you is as deep as the 7 seas. I beg of you, my lady, may I have this dance? Oh, hello. Is the girl from Costa del Sol, I think. Dami, what a lovely surprise. Are you here for the ball, perchance? It's about to be a zombie party. Heavens, the poor inspector. Well, if it isn't the Lapis Maiden in the flesh, what say you bid farewell to preening fops and scruffy adventurers and share a dance with the cultured gentleman befitting your great beauty? Why, it would be a pleasure and an honor both, my lord. Yes. So where's Hildibrand? Provided you first provide my good friend Dami with the bottle of twice distilled water that she seeks. Oh, that's right. That's right, she's on my side. You want to dance, don't you? Happy feet. You know this woman? Bah, if that is the price you would set, then so be it. Take it. It's barely worth its weight in gil anyway. Now, shall we, Miss Arabella? All the gang is coming together to help out Hildibrand in his moment of need. I knew Hildy to be a worthy rival, but to think he was this beloved by so many. Clearly, this realm would deeply mourn his loss. Quickly, Dami, let us deliver these goods while there is still time to save him. Wait, what about the balding man? Don't we still have to worry about the balding man? Oh, you're awake. Where's fake Nashu? Where's Cece? Where... Surely you didn't let her go. I trust the two of you wouldn't dare come back empty-handed. Of course not. I value my neck. Bloody brilliant. I'd take you over my muscle-headed half-wit of a husband any day. Now stand back and let me show you some real Manderville home cooking. Thou, you bloody bugger, guide my skillet. Oh, it's a high-quality item. Aye, that should stop its spread. Now it's up to Hildy to flush what's left out of his system. Don't worry, he's my son after all. I reckon he's still got some fight left in him. Oh, look. Look who I found. She was slumbering obliviously in the rubbish-strewn corner of Pearl Lane. Boy, did that nap feel good. Yep, that's the real one. Yes, I'm sure it did. Dami, word has it that Ellie has been sighted at the Sildin ruins. We must go there with all haste. You have done well by my dear boy today. Don't worry, I'll handle things from here. There's a nice warm bed for him, and I think I know a few specialists who might know a thing or two about his condition. What in the seven hells are you standing around for? The future of Old Da is at stake. Dami, my strength is yours as well, for Ul'dah and for our friend Hildy. You reminds me of my husband, what with you having more muscles than sense. If you're so keen on making yourself useful, why don't you run to the markets and bring me some fire crystals? Keeping my dear boy warm is key to fighting off the zombification. Let's see, I believe 20 crates or so should suffice. I am a warrior, not an heir. Ah, yes, my lady. I say, Enkidu, the burden we must bear simply to secure my long-awaited final confrontation with Dami. That said, the events of today have given me cause to reflect. Dami and Hildy both. Oh, to be blessed with such veritable legions of friends tried and true. But alas, not I. No, the one true friend I have ever known, and she is long lost to me. You are a fine bird, and have given me great comfort in my travels, but you will never be Enkidu, my one and true companion. Oh, my friend, were you here with me, even Dami could not stand against our combined might. Oh, Enkidu, wherever you may wander, hear my words and return to my side. Enkidu, do you hear me? Enkidu! Egads! What was that flash from the heavens? It nearly blinded me. And what? The crystals? Where have they gone? Oh no, it's a primal. Fancy meeting you here, old friend. That voice, could it be? My faithful companion, why must you always make me wait so? Ooh, yay. My glamour dispellers. A wind-up gentleman? A Manderville coatee? Most gentlemanly. Well, I need this. What are you doing dilly-dallying around here? Let me jog your memory. There's a moonsick maid digging around at Sildin's excavation site with her mindset on turning Old Da into a land of the walking dead. Your concern for Hildy is most touching, but don't you worry. Mommy Dearest isn't going to let her beloved sons kick the bucket that easily. Good old Hildy. Alright, let's go beat some people up. What we got? We managed to track down Miss Ellie just up ahead, where your friends watch over her as we speak. Yet no matter how many times we try to reach out to her, she refuses to so much as answer. Needless to say, we've considered physically incapacitating her, but that crate she's sitting on isn't just a makeshift chair. It's filled to the brim with the traitor's spurn. One misstep, and the consequences could be dire indeed. You are our only hope, Dami. Even in her single-minded rage, surely the time you spent together must still count for something. You need not put yourself in undue danger. I only ask that you step forth to where your voice may be heard and call out your friend's name. I beg of you, Dami. Surely if anyone can convince the woman to abandon her madness, it is you. Oh. What? Dang. It's time to actually speak. Oh wait, let's see what the gang has to say. Oh, to think this girl and her sister were behind the crimes all along. I dare say this realm is awash with capable adversaries. Miss Ellie, sniff, and I thought we were friends. You do well not to anger the last friend. She's sitting atop an ample supply of that zombie powder, and I suspect she's not afraid to use it. It beggars belief that I could have been so blind. Well, hello there, Ellie. Hey, how's it going? The target is out of sight. She's over there. Ellie! What's up? Remember the good old days? Dami, I suggest you leave this place while you still can. I bear you no grudge, but should you so much as think of interfering, I'll not hesitate to turn you into a zombie too. So it was you, after all. Consider me disappointed. Ooh. Burn, I think. Your sister Cece is already in custody. Surrender now, and I will see that no harm befalls her. Are you gonna be like betray your sister? She's away from the box. We can get her now. How little you understand us, Inspector. Then again, how could one born into a life of power and privilege ever hope to understand? Cece and I have no family, no friends, no fortune, nothing. Two sisters against the world, with only our quest for justice to give us meaning. Long ago, we made a vow. Should the worst happen, our mission takes priority over all. Yes, over our own wretched lives. Do you see now? Anything I might have once had to lose, I lost long ago. Now stand down, or suffer the same fate as the Uldon dogs you would defend. Ellie, stop this madness. I'm sorry, Inspector. Oh no. Zombies. There's too many of them. You can do it, Godbert. Holy crap. He can do it. All in a day's work for a Manderville man. I got a level goldsmithing. He just used his final smash. You did it, Greg. You only delay the inevitable. I have an entire legion of the undead at my beck and call. Face it, it's only with Inspector Hildibrand's ridiculously good fortune that you even made it this far, and he's as good as 6 fulms under. Actually, we're healing him. Be forewarned, girl. Know that I speak from experience when I say, underestimate Hildy, and you do so at your own peril. I'm afraid you underestimate me as well. No mere splash of holy water can stave off the effects of the traitor's spurn. I fear the good inspector's luck has finally run out. Thal's balls. Is there no end to them? I'm not liking our chances, Greg, was it? It's a shame to lose you, Dami. Warrior of light that you are, you might yet have served one last purpose for us. What? Go forth, my zombie minions. Yes. They're gentlemen zombies. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors of light shall descend in their righteous glare. Bugger me with a broadsword, are my eyes to be believed? That pose. No, these are not 4 warriors of light that I see. They are 4 gentlemen of light. Just so, my good man. Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, has made his triumphant return. Did you miss me? Heck yeah. There's the bald guy. Aye, we meet again, girl. Tell me you've got my snurble tonic, or I'll fashion myself a wig from your lovely locks after I've ripped them clean from your bloody head. Oh, hello there, Mr. Eleazar. Cor, you're looking absolutely resplendent today. Impossible. The holy water couldn't have cured him. It didn't. Fortunately, our overlord spent quite some time building up an immunity to zombie powder. When we heard that Master Zombiebrand was at risk of joining the actual dead, we knew we had to take action. And immunity to... I'm just going to pretend that makes any kind of sense. The game is up, Miss Ellie. Pray abandon this badness. Besides, plots of mass murder hardly suit a lady such as yourself. It's over. It's all over. Inspector Briardian, you said there was something you would tell me when all this is through. I imagine you have no words for me now. Ellie, your powers of deduction are wanting. You said that you had lost everything and everyone you had to lose, did you not? As for me, I have found something, someone, with whom I intend never to part. I care not if it takes years, even decades. When you emerge from your jail cell a free woman, I will be there. What say you? Well, that's nice. That's right, you're under arrest. Miss Ellie, while the crimes perpetrated by you and your sister are unpardonable, you are far from the only ones guilty. On behalf of the Syndicate, I offer my apologies for the false aspirations cast upon your ancestors. You have said that the nation of Ul'dah was built on lies. Seeing what I have seen today, I cannot deny your words. It will not be an easy task to rewrite, nay, restore history. But know this, I will do everything in my power to bring the truth to the fore. Dang, even I'm sad. So Gilgamesh, you want to fight? Ahem. Are we not forgetting someone here? And by someone, I mean me. If you're done playing Cloak and Dagger, I require Dami's presence for a matter of far greater importance. Aye, the time of our too long delayed confrontation is nigh. Really? Right now? Why the long face, friends? But mayhap this will have you singing a happier tune. A sword. Could it be the treaty blade? And the true one at that. None other, and I have not the slightest intention of parting with it, save to the one who would defeat me in single combat. But I misspeak. It will not be single combat this time. Is that my cue, old friend? Birdie! Birdie! Oh. I was expecting a parrot. Thou be merciful. What is that abomination? Some new breed of void scent? Abomination? I'll thank you to address my companion with courtesy, girl. Ah, but 'twas the most curious thing. There I was, hauling a crate full of crystals for Hildy's mother, and thinking how much better things would be if my dear friend Enkidu were here. So this is a primal. Then a flash came from the heavens, and the next thing I knew, there she was. By the gods, it makes perfect sense. Doubtless the crystals heard Greg's heartful plea, summoning forth his friend. No mere friend, but rather the primal Enkidu. And the world has now completely and utterly ceased to be bound by the laws of logic. Actually, like, this is like one of the most consistent points in the game, Briardian. Like, keep up. Dami, you may have bested me in the past, but facing the two of us together will not prove so easy a task. And yet, I trust you will not shirk from the challenge. I, Enkidu, and I shall await you at Antibor Keep. Probably gonna have to server jump again. 'Tis a ways from here, but what a better venue for our climactic confrontation. If you would claim the treaty blade, then claim it from me as a warrior. To the skies, Enkidu. To the skies! Does that mean we get to hear the good music again? 2 against 1? That's not very gentleman of you. Greg, come Dami, to Empedor. Is Hildibrand gonna help out? This is a grave development indeed. To think that one man could summon a primal on his own. I must send word to the Scions at once. I don't think you're going to be able to do that. I think it's just me. Just me and Alphino. Yeah, there's just me and Alphino. I'll do it. Oh, but of course. I had near forgotten we had a warrior of light in our very midst. Please, Dami, you are our only hope to slay the primal and reclaim the blade. Let's do it. As soon as I can get a cue. Oh. Kellogg's Rice Krispie cereal. Dang. He got beaten. He was cheated out of an easy win.
Yesterday, it was one of Greg's trail and I encountered a separating curiosity that demanded my immediate attention. Elliot concluded our investigation forthwith. In the meantime, let us tell you to extend Greg and his fellow friend in our stead. Together we shall reclaim the traitor's blade from that knave. Oh yes, just go ahead, I'll be along directly.
I'll bring along 8 of my friends. 7 of my friends. Maybe some of them will know math better than me. I received some advice that I could probably just beat this on my own. Battle in the big keep. I can do it. I don't need any help. I can take this one on 2 all on myself. I could use my big beaten stick. Am I even recording? Yes. Bring it on, man and bird. Long last we meet again on the battlefield. Yes, I will enjoy our tussles too, Gilgamesh. Oh, don't worry. This is gonna be easy. Watch this. Holy crap. I have a lot of health. I'm just gonna hit you both at once. Oh, crap. I should probably... Oh, that's not good. Okay. New strategy. Destroy the bird. Because the bird is annoying me. Ow. Oh, I see. I've been slowed. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck am I doing? I have the one ability that can fix this. Oh, no. No, please. No, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. No! No! No, I didn't mean for this to happen. Is this good? Do I go inside the... Nope. No, that is not correct. Oh. That's okay. I was going easy on him. This time is for real. Okay, but... Oh. I did not... He has a long reach. Okay, one more try. I do have another trick up my sleeve. Wait a minute. I know. A duck and run strategy. Just you wait till these things wear off. I could use this. I could use the Suna, but that would take way too long. Oh, not again, you. This is like seven lame. Okay. You done being bullcrap? You done giving me the nasty? No! No, please. I was just kidding. I'll be your best friend. No, please don't shoot missiles at me. It's okay. 10 more seconds of chicken. I can do it. No. No, please. Oh, he's always so close. He could use the big boy move. Okay. That's fine. Alright. I have a better idea. Let's see. I have never been a sage before. I'm not gonna let that stop me. I am just as ready as a sage. Even more ready. I have better equipment. Alright. Oh, crap. Okay, what's this move? Okay, that does two. Oh, okay. This is working a little bit better. This is a planned part. No, wait, no, not the missiles. Oh. Hey. Don't do that. Oh. I am both slowed and chicken. Okay, heal, 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 heal. Yes. I gotta heal off. Will you just go away? Right. Alright. Alright. Oh, please. Oh, thanks. No, no, wait, no, don't do it, no. Please. I am just a chicken. Alright. No, no, you're too fast. Okay, does that heal me? That heals me, oh my goodness. Yes, please die, you. Alright. Alright, you. Gilgamesh. Me, run away! A more suitable spot to celebrate my victory. But enough exposition. Now we fight like men. And ladies. And ladies who dress like men. For Gilgamesh, it's transmogrifying time. What the heck? The mightiest warrior to ever grace Eorzea stands before you. By which I mean I, Gilgamesh. Prepare yourself. Gigamesh! Yeah, okay. Did you see what I did? Oh crap, don't do that. I don't know what half of this stuff does. What's this do? Oh, that's my AoE. What's this do? That. Holy crap! I'm going through a lot right now. I don't know what what my stuff does. Ow. Okay. So I just learned something interesting. The sage can never die. I can never die. I can never die. I can never die. To think that my full complement of arms would avail me not. No more hijinks from Gilgamesh. You have my word. The Treaty Blade too, I shall return, just as soon as I remember where I hid it. Anyway, I yield to your unparalleled... Yeah, that. Okay. I did it. Ooh, can I have it? Enkidu. I got Enkidu? Ooh, chicken. Not. Ha! I lied again, like a rug. You can take that fusty old blade for all I care. I thirst for true power, not save the strongest of swords will suffice. Warrior of Light, you have proven a worthy opponent, but I warn you, treasure every moment with your weapon. For as sure as the day follows night, the hour will come when I claim it as mine own, till we meet again. So what, he's after my sage gear now? I mean, to be fair, it is the one that helped me win. Time to go back to the iconic outfit. What ho, Dami? Have you seen Greg and his oversized avian companion? Lead me to them at once, and we shall deliver the coup de grace together. I don't know. There's like... I get a lot of different... I've heard a lot of different ways to say that. The battle has already been won? That is triumphant news indeed. Clearly the lessons you have learned from me have not been for naught. And what's this you say? The treaty blade lies hidden somewhere in the nearby wood? Worry not, my ever-loyal associate, for no buried treasure will escape the keen eye of Hildibrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Now, which way was the forest again? Hey look, it's the team. Dami, what news of the Primal and the Treaty Blade? They were doomed. I used my expert skills and overpowered equipment that I got from the beginning of the level 70 class. And the swords in the woods. Remarkable. Who knew the Warrior of Light would emerge triumphant? Oh, I knew the Warrior of Light would emerge triumphant. Let us hope that Inspector Hildibrand enjoys similar success in finding the blade. Such design, such craftsmanship, at once bold and powerful, yet sensitive and refined. I believe I've found the inspiration for my next masterpiece. Some earrings? Of course they're beautiful. They were the greatest treasures of the lost Sildi. To think that they were locked away in the vaults of those that destroyed our homeland and dragged our ancestors' names through the mud. And just how did you come to know of these long-lost relics? There is an ancient scroll passed down in our family, left to us by our dear grandmother. Don't lose yourself, Nashu. It spoke of 4 warriors of light, their 4 relics, and an incantation of untold power. If we could have wielded this magic of legend, Ellie and I might still have had the last laugh. Are you still on about that? Like, Ellie, like, turned a new leaf, I think. I mean, she's going to jail, but... Alas, speaking the words had no effect. Only a warrior of light can wield the power, or so the legend goes. Ah, what I wouldn't have given to see it, the ultimate achievement of the greatest mages this realm has ever known. So you couldn't do it after all? And just what sort of incantation is this? The ring casts open the door of justice. A wise man whispers a verdict true. Azemia's virtue shines down from the heavens. To complete the incantation, the Warrior of Light would then hold forth the treaty blade and speak, "Blade in hand, I swear unto you." The legends differ as to what happens next, but all speak of a great holy radiance shining down from the heavens. Over here, friends, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, returns with tidings most triumphant. There he is. Don't run with that. Behold, safe in my hands, none other than the treaty blade, and the real one this time, I swear unto you. Yes, yes, just like that. I swear unto you. Then... My word, whatever is this odd tingling sensation? Ridiculous. Hildibrand isn't a warrior of light. He's just some fool who thought he could stop the lesser moon with his own bare hands. It would seem that the treaty blade is just as confused as the rest of us. No. The light. Someone stop it. I won't stand to see the legendary power of our forefathers wielded by this muscle-bound buffoon. I knew it all the time. Hildibrand was the legendary guy. Skyward ho! Skyward sword! Well, I dare say that proved to be a most useful incantation indeed. And so the light of justice that shone from the treaty blade banished the shadow, returning peace to the lands. So the legend ended. I must say, I never expected it to be quite literally a beam of light. I suppose it wouldn't have been much use to us after all. Inspector, oh Inspector, wait for me! Saul's balls, Hildy. First you almost die at your poor mother's feet, now you fly off to God's knows where, without even giving her a kiss goodbye. Ho ho ho! It appears that a case of wanderlust has once again struck Hildibrand, as it has many a Manderville man before him. Godspeed, my boy. When the day comes that you tire of mystery solving, your dear old man will be here to pass on to you the family art. So in the end, the Sildine incantation was wielded not by a warrior of light, but a gentleman of light. Well, the treaty blade is some 6 centuries old after all. Perhaps it's not quite as sharp as it used to be. The magic that brought peace and happiness to the people of Belladia. It was every bit as beautiful as I imagined. To think I would see it with my own eyes, it's nothing short of a dream come true. Humph. He bumbles and stumbles through yet another case, and still he manages to make a girl's dream come true. A gentleman to the ends. The bloody bastard. What happened? Did he explode? Whee! What's this? A glint in the corner of my eye? A curious scent, wafting in on the winds from a far-flung lands. Do I smell a case? Worry not for me, my friends. Forever want to succor, I, Hildibrand, shall be there, till we meet again! Ooh, I get stuff. Oh, sweet. I get the ending sequence. Do I get to learn how to moonwalk eventually? Hildibrand will return? I hope so.